Hi friends, this is your friend Navneet from Divinity World. In today's video, we'll be talking about investment banking. It is one of the most lucrative profession across the world, and it is certainly one of the highest paying jobs. So let's understand what is so special about this particular division of banking. But before even I talk about investment banking, we need to first understand what is banking all about. So in a typical banking operation, the deposits are being taken from people like you and me, various companies and organizations, okay, by a financial institution, that is bank, and the same money is being given in the form of advances and loans again to people like you and me, private organizations as well as governments, and the interest rate is being charged from them. So the bank passes on the benefit of interest to the depositors and keeps its own share, which is called profit. So this is basically a commercial operation is being going around in which the motive is to earn the profit. So that is what we call a commercial banking or the normal banking that we know it. It's a very simple operation, right? As far as banking is concerned. So the investment banking division of a bank or an investment bank has a completely different operation as compared to a commercial banking. The key difference first is there are no deposits which are being involved. So investment bank does not take any kind of deposits. Okay. Neither the investment bank gives any kind of loans or disburses any kind of loans. So what does an investment bank does? Okay, let me explain it to you with the help of an example. Let's say there is a company. Let's say there is a company who is basically into the manufacturing of heavy machines that it supplies to various industries. Now the promoters of this company are very ambitious. They want their company to grow by leaps and bounds, and they're actually searching for people or investors who can basically put money in their company so that they go for expansion. Okay. Now, for this to raise the money from HNIs or high net worth individuals and generally from the public, this particular organizations or the promoters of these organizations, they hire services of an investment bank. Now starts the real work of an investment banker. So when this investment banker comes on board as an advisor, this investment banker will perform multi-functions to ensure that promoters of this particular organization, they are successful in their venture. So what all things that an investment banker does? Number one, an investment banker understands a great pulse about the entire market. Also, he or she is carrying a good network of people in terms of high net worth individuals who are keen to invest their money into an upcoming, exciting and a kind of venture which would give it definitely is a kind of might give us a good profit. So they utilize their network and they ensure that these HNIs, they come on board and supply money to this particular organization. Number two, the investment banker also gives an advisory on various mergers and acquisition to these organizations. So tomorrow, if this company has to go on an expansion mode, it has to go through either by buying another organization or getting into some strategic tie-up in terms of to ensure that it has its presence across various geographies. So investment banker also gives such kind of advisories and to this organization so that organization benefit out of it. So that's number two. Number three, and the most important is, now in order to raise the money, this organization will also go into the stock market and raise money from the public. So these investment bankers, they also become some kind of an underwriters. Now what actually happens? Let's say this organization is issuing shares. Now I'm talking about something which is prior to the initial public offer. That means prior to debuting on the stock market, an investment banker evaluates the entire firm, entire organization, and says, okay, this is one stock price or share price which would be pretty much viable to start with. So an investment banker actually buys shares before even that particular company is debuted in the stock market, buys a share at a typical stock price. Now, when the company debuts on the stock market, this investment bank would sell its share in the market. Now, if the valuation is correct, if the market perceives the valuation is correct, then investment banker would earn a higher price as compared to what that particular investment bank has given to the previous organization. Okay, so in that case, investment banker is supposed to make a huge profit. But this thing is pretty much risky. If the stock does not perform in the market, then that particular investment banker stands to lose money out here. So it's a pretty risky proposition. But invariably, it has been seen that these people are has pretty much good knowledge about the market, and they know how to basically time the market and what is the correct valuation that particular organization should get it. So that is a kind of something that on behalf of the organization, the investment bank is going to the market and putting the money out there, which is a pretty serious thing to do. So these are basically, broadly speaking, the three major functions of investment bank. Number one, obviously the advisory on the valuation of the organization. Number two, advisory on various mergers and acquisition, and definitely as far as underwriting or making sure that the company is successful when going into the stock market for the first time. So I'm sure that you guys have got a kind of a idea about what an investment banking does. Friends, for other videos, do subscribe to our channel, and we'll be coming out with such kind of an exciting stuff pretty soon. Thank you.